Hey guys, Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad, out on a walkabout. I'm just coming back from the cell phone store and the internet store, just taking care of some business. Before my trip, before I go on vacation, I had to take care of the internet and my mobile phone. So today we're going to talk about homeschooling. Why should you do it? Why is public education, and in some cases private education, why is that not reasonable or reliable or feasible or the best solution? That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad. I'm a Canadian citizen, Sri Lankan citizen, retired, living in Sri Lanka. Join me, why don't you, in just one moment. So guys, it's 2025. And the state of the world is not where I personally believe it should be. But regardless of that fact, I'm not talking about politics, not talking about culture, not talking about society, not talking about education levels. I'm talking about practicality. What do I mean by that? Well, it's very easy. What I mean is, what did you learn? How did you learn it? And how did it shape your thinking process? Now here's the problem. A lot of people these days are talking about, let's focus on the West, okay? Let's focus on the West, North America. A lot of people are suggesting indoctrination, manipulation, brainwashing, etc., etc., etc. in the public education system. But here's the problem, is that we also have a private education system in North America. But it's ridiculously expensive, highly competitive, and is it worth it? Well, yes. My personal opinion, if I had kids, I don't have kids, never will, so I don't have to worry about it. But being in the education field, I've seen what happens and how people are educated and what they learn and how they learn it. And at my point in my life, at 56 years old, I've experienced a lot. I've traveled all over the world. 10 countries I've lived in. I have 2 passports, 1 permanent residence and 1 long-term visa. So I have this, like, I don't have an expert insight, but I have a view. Let's put it that way. I have a view, okay? So here's my point. There are things that I remember learning in school, public school, high school, that have no bearing on my life. Now, people can argue and say, well, it helps you learn how to learn, which is true. But there are better ways to go around that, get around that, to teach young people how to learn. Here's where I have an issue. I'm looking at my life today and I'm like, why didn't I get taught about taxes? Why didn't I get taught about savings accounts, about investing early, about compound interest? Why didn't I learn about how to use the stock market in math class? Why didn't I learn that? That would be a great lesson. Why didn't I learn about mortgages and credit cards? Why didn't I learn how to vote? Why didn't I learn? I learned what voting was, I learned what the political system was, but I didn't learn how voting works. Well, sorry, it's a mistake. No, I did. What I mean is like how voting can be manipulated. Yeah, well, maybe I did learn and I just don't remember, because there was a civics class on that. Social studies, that's what they taught in social studies. But here's the main thing. The main thing that I never learned was finance. Why is it that finance is only taught at the Ivy League schools? Think about that. I'm not starting a conspiracy theory. I'm just saying that if you go to an Ivy League school, you learn how to make money from your money. They don't teach you that in public high school. Why is that? Well, the public education system is created by the government. And the government's job, ooh, look at that. That is beautiful. Not gonna touch it. I have no idea what it is. So the public education system is created by the government to educate the masses in a way to prepare them for their future, in which the government believes is the best for them. So the economy requires a certain number of people to run the country. They need the elites, they need the laborers, and then they need the middle class. So they teach everyone to be middle class and to drive the economy. What are the biggest drivers of the economy? Real estate and banking. So they want you to buy, consumerism. They want you to save money in the bank so that the bank can go and invest it. Your money. What they don't teach you is how to use the tax system, the business system to make money. Here's an example. And this is I'm not going to say perfectly legal. Don't take financial advice from me. I'm an idiot, okay? Hey guys, Sri Lanka and Sammy, thanks for joining. I want to take a quick moment and talk to you about the channel. I really appreciate you taking the time to support the channel, clicking like, sharing, and commenting. But I need to ask you for a little bit of help and helping me get the channel up and running a little bit better. Please click the link down below if you want to support the channel and buy me a coconut. What I will do is I will match the dollars and I will go out and buy fresh fruit and vegetables from local farmers on the roadside. You guys have seen me do that before. I'll continue doing that by supporting the local economy. Passively, if you would like to, you can just watch a commercial. I am monetized, so if you watch an ad all the way through, a couple, that would really help the channel. And even more so, click the link of the ad and let it pop up on your computer. Leave it open for a few minutes. That would really help the channel passively. And one last thing, if you could please just put a comment, an emoji, one word saying hello, saying hi, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, Happy Vesak, Happy Poya, whatever it is, whenever it is, I truly appreciate it. Sri Lankan Sammy, loving you all. We'll see you all on the other side. Guys, please, this is my personal opinions, okay? I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not trying to say one thing. I'm just saying think about it for a second, right? If you have kids, or you just had kids, just young kids, start a private company, an LLC or something. Now you need to go to a tax attorney, not a tax accountant, a tax attorney, you have attorney-client privilege. An accountant can testify against you. So don't go to an accountant, go to a tax attorney and figure out how to start a company with your own savings. This is taxes, okay? Taxes 101. Rich people don't have money. They have loans that are secured against their stocks. And the companies pay off their loans and their leases and everything because it's a write-off, it's an expense against the profit. Why is Google or Apple based in Ireland? Well, because, I'm gonna go this way, because it has a lower tax, business tax. So the company in Ireland makes nothing, does nothing, but they charge Apple billions of dollars in licensing fees. So Apple pays this company the exact amount of profit that they make. So they pay zero tax. Because if you look at their ledger, it says, well, we made zero. But this other company made $80 trillion, but they pay no corporate tax. Is that illegal? No. Is it immoral? It's business. But Apple produces a lot of jobs. It creates a lot of sundry effects. Like there's a lot of business that supports and supplies Apple, right down to the janitors and the toilet paper that they buy for their offices. So that whole economy is driven. Whether or not they pay income tax or business tax, that's besides the point. But how can you do that? Well, here's the simple thing. You start a business, you start a company. And if you have kids, you start a research company that researches kids' products. Now, I'm not saying this is legal. I'm just saying this is a way that businesses get away with it. Why can't you? You have to find a tax lawyer that can do it for you. And the rich people get away with it all the time because they can afford these tax lawyers. Okay? So, you get a tax lawyer, you set up this company, and you start writing reviews and reports about children's products. Now you take your savings account and you put it into this company, okay? Now the company has this bank account. Well, the company can now invest that money. Well, it's a term deposit or a treasury bill or whatever. But the company still needs to expense some certain things. So it needs to buy diapers, it needs to buy car seats, it needs to buy baby food, it needs to buy clothes, it needs to buy everything a baby needs, expensed at the company. Now, how does this work? This is where it gets a little confusing because this is where you need a tax lawyer or somebody, a business person. The company is funded by your savings. So you're an investor, okay? So your savings are being eaten up by this company. But your other income, your pension, your term deposits, your savings accounts, your stocks and everything are making money. And you have to pay capital gains on those. But your other investment in this company is losing money, which you can now write off against your profits. That's why Donald Trump didn't pay taxes for many years, because he lost, the heck was that? He lost so much money on one of his investments that he wrote off that, and you can carry it forward for 5 years. So this is how you use the system. There's a cat. That's a dog. Where's the cat? I hear a cat. Anyway, that's how you manipulate or use the system, right? Now, you pay your kids into a tax-free account. That's wealth transfer. Why did Donald Trump hire his family to work for him in the White House? Wealth transfer. So, figure out a way to do it and contact someone who understands the tax code and the business laws and everything like that. These are things they don't teach you in school because if everybody did it, nobody would be poor. Everybody can't be rich. Just look at that movie Time's Up with the singer, the I can't remember his name. They have the clock on their wrist, and they run out of time, and they have to work to get time, and they live forever. And the rich people have millions and millions of hours of life. And in one of the lines in the movie, it says, not everybody can live forever. Somebody has to work. So that's true. Not everybody can be rich. There has to be poor people to do the jobs that the rich people don't want to do. There has to be a middle class. There has to be a large middle class to support the tax base. Otherwise, nothing will get done by the government. So these are the things I didn't learn in school. And so why would I homeschool? Well, there's a couple of big reasons. Number one, I want to teach my kids, if I had kids, I would like to teach them how to make money. That is the most important thing. Why else are we on this planet if not to make money? Because that's, I mean, come on, like, I hate this thing, oh, you know, why do you want this job? Well, it's a thing I want to do, and it feels wonderful, and it's a wonderful place to work. No, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I need money. You have a job. I have a skill. We're going to trade my time for your money. So I want to teach my kids the value of money at the beginning, when they're very, very young. Trading time and expertise and skill for money, and how to take that money and make more. Second thing is, it is a touchy subject. It is an issue. There's politics and religion. So you need to teach your kids your values. And the thing is, the reality of the world is, it's not about good and bad, it's about right and wrong. Or maybe it is about good and bad and not about right and wrong. Because what's right for one person is wrong for another. I would teach them the reality of the world. People suck. Everyone is out to get you, and they'll all stab you in the back. Just look at reality shows. Look at Survivor. Look at Big Brother. Look at Beast Games. They're all going to stab you in the back for money. Nobody is loyal. Nobody. Look at marriages. 50, 60% fail. They're supposed to be the most loyal person you have. Look at murders. Most murders occur by somebody they know. Domestic abuse. Come on. Who are you more loyal to than your family or your loved one? Not according to the law. Or, sorry, the statistics. And the final thing is, from homeschooling, is political correctness. I mean, it's just getting out of hand, in my opinion. Listen, you want to teach your kids in your home about certain things, that's fine, but don't bring it into the school. The school is an education place where 1 + 1 = 1. Okay? You know, science fact, and people's feelings don't need to get involved in it. It's just, you know, I guess I'm from a different generation. I guess I come from someplace else, but, you know, that's something that should be taught in the home, not in the schools, okay? I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying against anything. I'm saying, you know what? Your beliefs and your feelings are yours, and you have a right to them. But don't force others to follow your code. That's a religion. Okay, that's a belief system. And that's the definition of religion. You are entitled to your religion, you're entitled to your beliefs, but don't force it on others. So those are basically the reasons why I think homeschooling or private schooling is the best, because not for any of the politics or religion or culture or anything like that. Number one reason, money. You gotta teach kids at a young age what is money and how can I get more of it and what can I do with it to make my life better. Now, you teach them values and everything so that when they get this money, they can become good people and use it in a good way to do good things. Do they start a good company, or do they become philanthropists? Do they donate? Do they, whatever, right? Now, what Lady Sarah and I are doing is we're going to sponsor a charity in Thailand, and we're going to a animal shelter because there is a huge animal problem in Thailand. The There are orphans and stuff like that, but the government takes care of that. The animal rescues require public donation, so we're gonna go take care of that. We're gonna donate our time and some money and buy some food and give them cash so that they can take care of these animals. Lots of stray dogs that need to be fed and taken care of. So these are the things that you can do. These are the things that people can do to make sure that they can take care of their family, that they can take care of their friends, that they can take care of themselves. I'm Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad. I'll see you all on the other side.